Hello, everyone. Harry here with a report on the sentencing yesterday of the man who kept the secrets, Alan Weisselberg, the 50-year loyal servant to the Trump organization. So just to review, he has been put under enormous pressure for the better part of a year to cooperate against Trump. And surely it's the supposition of the prosecutors in the Manhattan DA's office, and it stands to reason he knows about all kinds of hijinks, corner cutting, and flat out crimes that Donald Trump would know about. But they really put the screws to him, and he really hung tough. They said, we're going to bring charges against you, but they didn't have that much. But larceny, it sure sounds pretty ominous, larceny, tax fraud, and the like. And the basic scheme, as it were, that they caught him with is the recharacterization of basically compensation to look like perks or business expenses, so the Trump organization would save in taxes. And that way he got a car and an apartment and private school tuition for his grandchildren and the like. It's a crime. It didn't add up to years and years. In fact, when they put it all together and Weisselberg said, yep, I admit it, it was looking like about a 5-month sentence. Even then, the court said to him, okay, but as part of this, what I will give you a 5-month sentence, but not until you testify truthfully in the trial against the Trump organization, which was then coming up, and on similar charges. So not against Trump per se, but against the organization. So he was under enormous pressure, 75-year-old man, and in fact, he did that. He testified at trial. You could call him the star witness. And the Trump organization at trial characterized him as the mastermind, acting solely, nobody else knew, and the like. And it just went down that way. The Trump organization was convicted, 17 counts. They're going to be sentenced, the organization, on Friday, and we'll see what happens. But having testified truthfully, Weisselberg got his 5-month sentence yesterday, and 5 months, sort of short, but a 75-year-old man, and it's at Rikers Island, which, if you've never been there, I have, is notorious for being a kind of a hellhole, and it is. It's going to be a harrowing place for him to spend these 5 months. Hey, everyone. We're taking a quick break to ask you to take a second to like and subscribe. It's a quick thing that really helps the show. Thanks, and back to the video. I see Weisselberg as a really good example of the crucible in the law. We have the adversary system where one side says, black, the other says white, and they argue about it. And Weisselberg has gone from this sort of dweeby, green-shaded CFO to now the bad fraudster. In fact, the Trump company organization parted company. They've essentially fired him with a good severance package, and he is now absorbing the calumny of being a convicted felon and tax cheat. And yet, I think the truth really is something milder, or at least something that he shares within the organization. That is, because he stood up and stood steadfast, and in fact, even yesterday, thanked the Trump organization for its continuing support. He now comes out as the bad guy when I think the truth is probably much closer to his being in the know on many schemes within the organization and far from the mastermind. Among other things, it's not within his sort of personality and job description. In the meantime, it's not over yet for Alan Weisselberg. So the DA of Manhattan, who took a pass, you may recall, just after taking office about a year ago on charges against Trump, growing out of the Stormy Daniels affair, has now revived that case. And it's known that the DA, is also looking into insurance fraud, and that would involve, poor old Alan Weisselberg. So they still have the wherewithal to apply some significant pressure to him. You have to imagine, he's taken it all and not broken, but how much can a 75-year-old man absorb? And they're not done with him yet. They could still bring new charges. So a, sort of pivotal or climactic day for the CFO who kept the secrets. 5 months in Rikers Island, and it ain't over yet. So we'll see if even more pressure is applied and what it does to his lifelong loyalty to the Trump organization, who's Trump's father originally hired him, and to Donald Trump himself. And stay tuned also on Friday as the Trump organization gets its penalty. Of course, won't be jail, but it's, a fine in the $1 to $2 million range, but collateral consequences could flow from that. Okay, so one more heavy blow for the Trump organization that has consequences for Donald Trump. Alan Weisselberg transformed from the, loyal, steadfast servant to the bad fraudster, and having to go, his whole public legacy tarnished that way. So tough stuff, the criminal justice system. There you have it. Hey, if the spirit moves you, like and subscribe on this channel. It helps us out. And it helps us bring you more stuff, which we will. Lots of developments in just this early week in the year. And as it does, I'll be right here on this YouTube channel. Until then, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.